I wonder, is it really like this?
Sure.
Why, who are you?
I'm Clip, the spirit of travel. I've flown everywhere, seen everything, and know all about travel. I see you're interested in the West Indies.
I have 2 weeks vacation. Maybe you can tell me where I should go.
Cuba and the Caribbean. 2 weeks? Well, a swell trip would be to fly from New York to San Juan, a little side trip to the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Another to the Virgin Islands. They're only 30 minutes away. Then down to Trinidad, across the Caribbean to Jamaica, up to Havana, over to Miami, and back home. How's that?
Wonderful.
Come on, let's go.
Now? That's impossible. I haven't a thing to wear.
Nothing to wear? Uh-oh, how many times have I heard that? Just look over there. Clip, clip, clippity-clip. 10 pounds, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 66 pounds, and 2 ounces. See what you can take within 66 pounds? All the clothes you need, and then some. No passport required. Just call your travel agent. He'll arrange all details.
Your attention, please. Pan American Clipper Flight 201 is now leaving for San Juan, Port of Spain, Rio, and Buenos Aires. Passengers may now go aboard. Su atención. El vuelo Pan American 201 partirá inmediatamente para San Juan, Puerto España, Río y Buenos Aires. Los pasajeros pueden pasar a bordo.
Clip is right. Beyond this Pan American gateway lies adventure, romance, and realization of your fondest dreams. Lands rich in lore and legend, of conquest and faith. Islands of tropic beauty dot the sapphire sea, where lusty buccaneers once sailed and plundered. Where men of daring quenched their thirst for adventure in exploration, struggle, and accomplishment. America's Sea of Destiny. San Juan, aerial crossroads of the Caribbean. Daily, passengers from many lands come and go at the Pan American Guest House. The guest house is maintained for the convenience of passengers and has all the comforts of a modern hotel. Your host is proud to show you picturesque sights, even introduce you to a little mystery. Long, dark tunnels, dank cisterns, thick, brooding walls. Ah, the Devil's Sentry Box. Every sentinel, every stationed here, disappeared, leaving only his uniform and a strong odor of brimstone. In the name of Britain, these towering Spanish battlements were besieged several times. Once, in their hour of despair, the island people formed a long procession. Carrying lighted tapers, they prayed to St. Ursula and her 11,000 virgins. Seeing so many lights and certain that reinforcements had arrived, the British abandoned their siege. 100 years before the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock, cobblestone streets had been laid in San Juan. Today, this is a bustling city with modern buildings, colleges, and luxurious clubs like the Casa de España, with its atmosphere of old Spain. San Juan, cosmopolitan and a little provincial, sophisticated and sometimes naive, friendly and always hospitable. By Clipper, the Virgin Islands are only 30 minutes away. In the air, new beauties unfold. Blue surrounds us, bright, shining blue. Below, the indigo blue of ocean depths, and the white lace of breaking surf edging the shores of St. Thomas. Across the bay, Bluebeard's tower still looks down upon the city. Yes, Bluebeard, that bold, ruthless pirate who captured golden treasure and women's hearts. 7 wives he had, each one he killed. Some he buried right beneath this patio. Famous islands, rich islands. So many clustered islands that Columbus himself named them for St. Ursula and her numerous virgins. For them, Uncle Sam paid all of $25 million. Today, St. Thomas is a duty-free port, and the busy downtown section offers incredible bargains, from French perfumes to Oriental silks and American cigarettes. Once a pirate's paradise, today a shopper's paradise. Like a precious necklace, the myriad isles of the Antilles dot the pulsing sea, each stamped with its own lure and vivid history. When Columbus landed, the savage Caribs lived here. For them, the sea was named. From them, the conquerors learned to smoke tobacco, eat potatoes, and sleep in hammocks. Spanish fleets soon sailed the seas with fantastic New World wealth. Over the horizon loomed pirate ships, and buccaneers with blood-stained hands infested the islands. The Indians died off. The treasure was gone. Men turned to the rich soil, and into every port sailed slave traders, their filthy caravels laden with human cargo. Trinidad, also named by Columbus, lies straight ahead. Swept by gales, he vowed to name the first land sighted for the Holy Trinity. He called this island a terrestrial paradise. Lakes of pitch, streams of tar, oysters growing on trees, fish that sing, strange stories in far-off lands, lands of new adventure, new-found friends.
Well, I'm glad to hear you enjoyed your flight, Miss Dale. I know you're going to have a nice visit here in Trinidad.
I'm sure of it.
Oh, Mr. Reed. Miss Dale, I'd like you to meet one of your fellow passengers. Mr. Reed?
How do you do?
How do you do? Mr. Reed's one of our clipper commuters. Flies around these islands quite regularly. Say, as a matter of fact, he's going to be on your plane next Thursday.
Oh, how nice.
Yes, I'm going to Kingston on business. Where are you going?
I'm going to Kingston, too, but not on business. You see, this is a trip I've always dreamed of and never thought I could take. I only have a 2-week vacation.
Then I take it this is your first visit here.
Yes, it is.
Well, I know Trinidad like a book, and I'm sure I'd make an excellent guide. May I have the pleasure?
I'd love it.
Well, suppose I get your car.
Fine.
Music is on the soft tropic air. Calypso, that rhythmic singing ballad, uniquely Trinidad's own. Spontaneous and unwritten, its witty lyrics carry important messages or give barbed comment on people and events.
An American clipper, where you going? An American clipper, the world's your home. Today in Alaska, where rivers run gold, with Eskimos, glaciers, and toad-stump poles. Then Honolulu and Midway and Guam, you blended in China before so long. An American clipper, where you going? An American clipper, the world's your home. Some days it's in Rio, you'd rather be, or drop from the skies on Karachi. Next trip you choose Vegas, Australia, or France, or drop off to see an African dance. Your home is in Europe where they still got kings, but Pacific Islands where northern will ring. I'll say your home is in paradise, one half on the earth and half in the skies. A magic carpet.
Although under the British flag, Port of Spain presents the picture of an East Indian city. Bazaars line the streets, filled with the riches of the Far East, ivory, jade, and brass. Turban fakers conjure prophecies and mumble fortunes. In the streets, men of many races and religions. Side by side stand Mohammedan mosque and Hindu temple. To minimize slave uprisings, African drums were prohibited, but ingenuity outwitted municipal decrees. New instruments were contrived from anything at hand. A weird collection of discarded oil drums, gasoline cans, brake shoes, hammered, twisted, and shaped, and the steel band was born. The North Shore is mountainous, dense with luxuriant jungle growth, sweet with the fragrance of spice trees. Long, winding roads twist and turn under branches dripping with scarlet blossoms past streams nearly lost in magnificent arches of bamboo. Beyond these palms, along this same rugged shore, many a pirate crew has sailed, and in battle lost his chests of gold to the depths of the silent sea. On the vast, rich central plain, sugar cane grows high and gives the island one of its chief industries. During the cane cutting season, men, women, and children swing their huge machetes to the steady drone of their work songs. Then at night, the downbeat echoes, beckoning all from hills and plantations to join in Africa's ancient dance. The old European custom of fencing becomes the famous stick dance. A good stick dancer can knock out a predetermined tooth, or even stop the falling raindrops. To the delight of wide-eyed youngsters, the spectacle proceeds from one captivating dance to another. There is torrid African tempo in the Shango and ballet, age-old ritual dances of mass hypnotism. These dervish whirls of Far Eastern religious ceremony are executed to an African syncopation by musicians uniquely squatting on the ground in Hindu fashion.
American clipper, where you going? An American clipper, the world your home. An American clipper, where you going? An American clipper, the world
1,400 miles away as the clipper flies lies Jamaica. Jamaica, where that most notorious of pirates, Henry Morgan, became governor of the island and was knighted. Kingston, the capital, typically British colonial, has all the flavor of the old world. White-helmeted police direct traffic with stoic calm. In the beautiful gardens of the Myrtle Bank Hotel, Jamaica's regiment band gives its Sunday concerts. In Hope Gardens, the display of blooms, plants, and ornamental foliage is extraordinary. Gigantic trees with drooping branches and enormous trunks cover huge areas. Trim lawns are dotted with bubbling fountains. Exotic flowers, flamboyant in color, stand out in exquisite contrast against the bright blue skies. In common with all the island peoples, Jamaicans express their feelings in rhythmic song. Warm, gay, and carefree. Rafting down the Rio Grande is good fun. If there isn't a native raft handy, the river boys will make one for you on the spot. Recipe? Good, sturdy bamboo poles, whipped together with strong, sinewy vines, and presto, there's your river conveyance. Downstream is easy. But tell us, Captain, how do you get your raft back?
You see, in going up back the river, they let the little boys take it up back. You see, when you get to the dead water, they pull it along to the rapids, they tie it to the string and dry it behind them until they are over. You see, if you go fast, you may get up by 4 hours. See?
Too slow. It's quicker by clipper.
From quiet lagoons to cool mountain tops, there's wide scenic variety on the North Shore. Rambling hotels offer golf, tennis, bathing, yachting, riding, and even mountain climbing through emerald forests where the remote silence is broken only by bird calls. Montego Bay, winter haven for the pleasure-loving international smart set, boasts the finest crystal-clear water in the world, an average of 80 degrees the year round. Terraces are alive with gay entertainment. For a shilling or two, Jamaican jitterbugs give their all. Perhaps not as hot as Harlem, but just give them a few years and these youngsters may yet make the big time.
What a wonderful place. I wish I could stay here longer.
I have news for you.
What?
I've just gotten a cable from my friend Mauricio Cervantes in Havana, inviting both of us to come and spend the weekend at his place there.
Oh, how nice.
You like his wife, Mary, very much, too. Mary's mother is a Cuban, but her father was born in the States. She has all the charm of both nationalities.
When do they expect us?
Well, I've made arrangements to leave for Havana tomorrow.
And now Cuba, pearl of the Antilles, the world's sugar bowl and cigar box. Opening its arms wide in welcome, Havana, playground of the Caribbean. A city riotous with color, tiled roofs, green plazas, and perpetual summer. Its charm is bold, its splendor strident, its tempo vigorous. There is a fullness of life. Pavements crowded with smartly dressed people, country cousins in high-peaked straw hats, youngsters with trays of orchids, turban mammies dolefully hawking newspapers, lottery sellers calling lucky numbers, their cries mingling with the raucous shouts of fruit vendors, auto blasts, clanging trolley bells, a medley of sound playing a lively counterpoint to the wistful melodies of the always present street singer.
Tenga cuidado, muchacho, no se dejen sorprender, porque la causa se ha puesto que todos los pollos lo quieren coger. Tengan cuidado, muchachos, no se dejen sorprender, porque la causa se ha puesto que todos los pollos lo quieren coger. Tengan cuidado, pollitos, no se dejen sorprender. Tengan cuidado, pollitos, no se dejen sorprender. Venga, suéltame, suéltame, suéltame.
Havana bears the earmarks of time, yet much of it is ultra-modern. Sleek motor cars in a steady stream speed along wide boulevards past buildings of other centuries. In the heart of the city, El Prado, double-planted boulevard. The President's Palace. The Marble Hall Capitol, famed for the 24-carat Kimberly diamond embedded in its floor beneath the dome. Throughout downtown section, the buildings are traditionally Spanish. Wide, high-ceiling sidewalk arcades give shade from the hot sun and shelter from sudden showers. The coffee-colored buildings of the old city crowd closely upon its maze of narrow streets, iron grills, musty shops, ingenious gadgets for peeling fruit. Flower vendors, alley cafes, and shadowy bazaars are all bits of local color to talk about back home. Beautifully colored tile on pillars, window casings, doorways, floors, walls give a Moorish accent to many an old building. A love of artistry fast being destroyed by mass production. No language problem in Havana. That insignia identifies an English-speaking officer, polite, courteous, and well-informed. Towering against the blue skies, partly hewn from the rock itself, El Morro crowns its jutting promontory, rigid, forceful as a mailed fist. To the tread of visitors' footsteps, a unique street singer gives voice to the famed La Paloma. Across the harbor, the Malacan, famous seawall drive, the historic monument to the battleship Maine, the fashionable Hotel Nacional. Along spacious parkways and palm-lined boulevards in Havana's residential section, palaces of American millionaires vie with those of wealthy Cubans. Set in luxurious gardens or built around quiet patios are homes of modern architecture. On the outskirts of the city are numerous resorts where one may dine privately and stroll beneath tropic skies through tropic gardens. The spirit of Havana greets you in the smoldering song of a dark-eyed senorita. Sing whether your love goes away. Sing.
Canta, si olvidar quieres corazón. Canta, si olvidar quieres tu dolor. Canta, si el amor hoy de ti se va. Canta, que otro volverá. Canta, si el amor hoy de ti se va.
La Concha and other white sand beaches dot the shore. Thousands relax to the tune of laughter, music, and clinking glasses. Famous Varadero, one of Cuba's finest resorts, looks out over glistening sands to the wide open sea. It is the restful custom of most visitors to bask long hours in the warmth of Cuba's sun, and then indulge in prolonged late morning bathing. From tea time to the wee small hours, life stirs anew. Clubs, terraces, sidewalk cafes, patios open to the sky beckon to leisurely companionship and the enjoyment of Havana's special attractions. During the season, special round-trip evening clipper flights from Miami accommodate those who yearn for the bright lights in this Paris of the Caribbean. Ah, gay Havana. There are things to sip, mixed with brilliance and imagination. There are things to hear, wild, terrifying rhythms. Things to do called rumba and conga. And things to see, danced with fury and beauty and a violent urge to movement.
Si me pudieras querer como te estoy queriendo yo, si no me fuera traidora la luz de tu amor, yo no sé si existiera por ti solo mi querer. Yo no sé qué sería la vida sin ti. Pero no quiero pensar que nunca me podrás amar, porque la vida no quiere y nada más. Deja que Dios o que el destino quiera, y entonces la vida también lo querrá. Pero no quiero pensar que nunca me podrás amar, porque la vida no quiere y nada más. Deja que Dios o que el destino quiera, y entonces la vida también lo querrá.
What a wonderful vacation. To think I've done all this in just 2 weeks.
Sure. It's quicker by Clipper.